Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into idiomatic expressions that can elevate your academic writing. Think of them as the spices in a recipe. A dash of in a nutshell here, a sprinkle of the lion's share there, and voila. Your writing transforms from bland to brilliant. So buckle up, grab your metaphorical pens, and let's get this lexical party started.
All right, let's kick things off with the lion's share. Picture a pride of lions bringing down a zebra. Who gets the biggest portion? The dominant lion, the alpha, gets the lion's share. In writing, this idiom means the largest part of something. For example, you could say, while all members contributed, Jane completed the lion's share of the project.
Next up, we have the Achilles heel, a phrase steeped in Greek mythology. Remember Achilles, the warrior with near invulnerable skin? Except for his heel, right? That tiny weakness led to his downfall. Similarly, in academic writing, you can use Achilles' heel to describe a weakness in an otherwise strong entity. For instance, the company's Achilles' heel was its over-reliance on a single supplier.
Let's stick with lions for a bit, shall we? This time, imagine yourself in the lion's den. This idiom signifies being surrounded by enemies or facing a difficult situation head-on. You could use it to describe a brave act like, the young activist walked into the lion's den, ready to defend her cause.
Now, let's transition to a more analytical expression, all things considered. This phrase is your friend when you want to show you've weighed all sides of an argument. You might write, all things considered, the benefits of renewable energy outweigh the challenges.
Here's a handy one for generalizations by and large. For example, by and large, students who read regularly perform better academically. It's a concise way to acknowledge exceptions while making a general statement.
Ever been in an argument where someone takes the opposite side just to spice things up? That, my friends, is the devil's advocate at work. In writing, you can use it to present a counterargument even if you don't agree with it. Like, playing devil's advocate, one could argue that social media has led to increased social isolation.
Let's talk trust, shall we? Sometimes we have to give the benefit of the doubt, even when we're not entirely sure. This idiom implies accepting someone's word or explanation without concrete proof. For example, although his alibi was shaky, the jury gave him the benefit of the doubt.
Here's a favorite for those who appreciate brevity. In a nutshell. Use it when you need to summarize something concisely, like, in a nutshell, the study found that regular exercise improves cognitive function.
Now let's shift our focus to the future with in the long run. You could write, in the long run, investing in education yields significant societal benefits.
Chapter 10. Leave no stone unturned. This idiom means to be thorough and exhaustive in your efforts. For instance, the detectives vowed to leave no stone unturned in their search for the missing child.
Chapter 11. Make a long story short. This idiom is a signal to your reader that you're about to get to the point. You could write, to make a long story short, the experiment was a success.
Put the cart before the horse. Imagine trying to get a horse to pull a cart that's in front of it. Chaos, right? That's the essence of put the cart before the horse. This idiom means to do things in the wrong order. You might write, by focusing on marketing before product development, they put the cart before the horse.
Chapter 13. Read between the lines. Sometimes the most important messages aren't explicitly stated. This idiom encourages looking for hidden meanings and subtext. For example, although he remained silent, his body language spoke volumes. We needed to read between the lines.
Chapter 14. Second to none. When something is truly the best, we say it's second to none. This idiom denotes unparalleled excellence. You could write, her research in the field of artificial intelligence is second to none.
Stand one's ground. Imagine yourself standing firm, refusing to back down from your beliefs. This idiom signifies holding onto your position, even when faced with opposition. You might write, Despite intense pressure, she stood her ground and refused to compromise her principles.
Ever pass the responsibility of a decision to someone else? That's essentially what the ball is in your court implies. It means it's their turn to make a move. You could write, "We've presented our proposal, now the ball is in their court to accept or reject it."
Sometimes we get lucky and enjoy the advantages of two seemingly contrasting situations. You could write, "Living in a city while having easy access to nature provides the best of both worlds."
Let's cut to the chase, shall we? The bottom line refers to the most crucial factor, the essential point. You might write, "The bottom line is that climate change requires immediate action."
Imagine a camel carrying a heavy load. Each straw added to its back brings it closer to its breaking point. The final straw refers to the last in a series of events that leads to a breaking point. You could write, "The constant noise complaints were the final straw, and the landlord asked them to leave."
Sometimes the signs of impending doom are clear, like a message etched onto a surface. The writing on the wall refers to an obvious sign of approaching failure or trouble. You could write, "Despite the CEO's reassurances, the declining stock prices were the writing on the wall for the company's future."
Imagine an iceberg floating in the ocean. Only a small portion is visible above the surface, while the vast majority remains hidden beneath. The tip of the iceberg represents a small, visible part of a much larger problem or situation. For example, you could say the recent scandal is likely just the tip of the iceberg, hinting at widespread corruption within the organization.
This idiom is pretty self-explanatory. When you add fuel to the fire, you're making a bad situation even worse. It's like pouring gasoline on an already raging inferno. For instance, you could say, "Her inflammatory comments only added fuel to the fire," escalating the conflict between the two parties.
Feeling ambitious? Then this idiom's for you. "The sky's the limit" implies that there are no boundaries or restrictions to what one can achieve. For example, you might say, "With hard work and dedication, the sky's the limit for what you can accomplish in your career."
Thanks for watching. If you found these idiomatic expressions helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips on improving your academic writing. Keep practicing, keep experimenting, and most importantly, keep those words flowing. Until next time, happy writing.